Guys, HCU here. You may not realize it, but I've got a truck playlist on my channel. It's called the Dodge Ram Experience. And I don't upload to that playlist very often because I bought this Ram with plenty of accessories already installed. You know, things like the grill guard and stuff like that. And besides, any extra money I would have to spend on accessories, I've already spent rebuilding the transmission twice. But today is a very special occasion because our friends at ZMoon, I guess you would call them ZMoon lighting or ZMoon products, I don't know, but it's an Amazon store called ZMoon, and their niche seems to be LED lighting, like truck accessory, ATV accessory, those types of high output LED lighting. And they reached out to me and asked if I would do a product review, and I'm like, well, I typically do more than just product reviews. If I'm going to mess with something, I do a full-on installation tutorial. It's just the way I roll, right? It kind of goes along with the territory when it comes to running a motorcycle channel, right? But anyways, here's what we're working with, guys. They were actually quite generous. They shot me an email and they were like, hey, we have this list of products. Literally, they sent me a list of like 10 different lighting products, and I know everyone is a big fan of the long light bars, and I think they look awesome on newer trucks. But call me crazy, call me old, whatever, but I am a fan of the traditional rectangular or square driving lights when it comes to older, boxier looking trucks. I had a it's story time. I had an 86 S10 in high school and into my first few years of college. And you know the old S10s, man, they're boxy trucks. But I had rectangular lights back before the days of LED lights. I had rectangular lights on my old S10 and it looked great. So I kind of still have that image stuck in my mind of what I expect to see when it comes to fog lamps on a truck or driving lamps on a truck. And so we have two options here, and we'll look at the brackets in just a minute, but I can go either on top or we can hang them from bottom. And initially I was thinking hang from the bottom, but I don't know, man. The top mount is looking pretty decent as well. I'm just kind of unsure at this point. The cool thing is we'll have the opportunity to kind of go both ways as we experiment here, because I did have to get a couple of extra items. And but before we go over that, let's talk about the lights itself. It still has the protective coating on here. I haven't pulled it off yet, the little film. But it is a multi-cree array, as you can see. Obviously, this is an Amazon-based Chinese company. Most of them are nowadays, guys. They were nice enough to reach out to me and ask me to, you know, check out their products, and so I agreed. One of the stipulations is that I will not install and review junk, guys. I mean, you know me from Evelyn. I don't install junk. I just won't do it. And so the first thing I did when they reached out to me is I researched them on their Amazon store. And you can go check them out as well, but every one of their items is virtually 5-star review, you know, 4 to 5-star reviews. What we have here is I opted for the 7-inch multi-cree array LED driving light. Everything is nicely shrink wrapped, heat shrunk, you know what I mean. You see there's no connectors here. I opted for the harness, but what you have is these guys, the female connectors. And so I had to run to O'Reilly's, and for a few bucks I got the male connectors, the blade types that will go into the females, and we will wire the blades up to our wires here. Got our silly little crimping tool to do that. Other thing I had to do, okay, so here's the harness real quick, and we'll look at this more in a little while, but it's a click type with on-off power indicator. Everything is nicely heat shrunk. You know, it's a very well built harness. it is not junk. Everything is all pre-made. It's a shame these didn't come with the blades already on them, but I guess it is what it is, guys. It was free, right? So yeah, it's got a nice relay. It's got inline fuse in there somewhere as well. We'll check that out in a minute. So yeah, you've got LED relay, inline fuse. It's a nice harness. Their claim to fame, ZMoon's claim to fame, is that they use thicker aluminum housings and things like that. They are waterproof rated. There's a specific waterproof rating that they have. I don't know it off the top of my head, but you can check it out at the description. But they claim that their heat dissipation fins are thicker. The overall construction of the housing is a thicker, heavier grade aluminum. They also claim that their brackets are a thicker material than their competitors. So if you can imagine this little cast piece being thinner, probably to where you can bend it in your hand, this one you can't bend. This is a lot thicker gauge stuff. Here's some specs on it. You might be able to make more sense out of this than I can, but as I gather, each light puts out 12,000 lumens, so both lights together will be 24,000 lumens. Okay, there's your waterproof rating, IP67. So if you're familiar with IP67, that's the waterproofing rating. 50,000 hour Cree LEDs. There you go. Okay, so back to the hardware just real quick. Here's the mounting bolt that came with it. That goes through here, obviously, and into the truck, and the light is cradled by this adjustable bracket. These are sliders that allows the light to move up and down for your angle adjustment. However, obviously this thing has a nut, and this we will not be able to utilize said nut. So I ran to Home Depot, and for $1.09, tax included, I just got a longer set of bolts, man. Same exact bolt, it's a 5/16, but it's a 3-inch. This is 2-inch round bar, and you can see this will work out nicely. But yeah, guys, first things first is we've got to get some centering measurements and get our holes drilled. Let's do it. And so it looks like about 6.5 inches is where we want to be. So our drill, our hole, it's gonna be right there. Obviously I'm stepping up, right? One size at a time. Started out with a little pilot hole. Gone all the way up to 5/16. Yeah, so it'll be something like that. Kind of just mock this thing up right fast. All right, now let's check this out. Oh yeah, dude. That looks great. Let's close the hood. Now let's have a look-see. Oh yeah, dude. Tell me that it'll look tough. Huh? It's actually exactly how I envisioned, man, as far as the aesthetics go. 3 distinct lines, man. Hey, it's all about symmetry, right? Headlight, driving light, fog lamp. I think that looks awesome. So for now, that's just for looks, right? We gotta wire the damn things up. Gotta hit this harness. Gotta take the lamps back off of there and get the blade connectors wired onto them. And then we'll move on to the harness. Go ahead and snug these mounting plates down, the brackets, but you see me having to use a grip down here. It's a little tight for a socket to fit down there. Yep, gotta use the old Milwaukee vice grips, guys. Alright, so here's the breakdown of the wiring harness. It's pretty straightforward. Of course, the sentences are a little broken English, but that's par for the course when it comes to these Chinese products. The diagram is very self-explanatory, and this one is what we're working with. For the most part, close enough. But this one is, yeah, not so much. But this guy right here, basically you start at the switch goes in the cabin. You have a nice little quick disconnect. This is your ground. Remember guys, when it comes to these huge harnesses, don't get overwhelmed. It's always simple. Power is red, grounding is black. It's all you gotta know. The hardest part is actually just organizing this stuff and making it look pretty, right? The cable organization. Gonna be using a lot of zip ties for that. All right, so straight off the switch, the quick disconnect, that will go to ground on the battery. Here's your power for the switch. That will go to power, or positive, on the battery. Then this white chaser comes off of there, and that's the remainder of your harness that goes to the relay. We'll mount the relay somewhere next to the battery on the inside of the fender well, most likely. So all you're left with now is this. Black is to ground the relay. Red is to power the relay. It has its inline fuse. And then your main guy comes off the relay to the first set of lights, right? Black and white, that's a positive. Treat white as red, and then black is your ground. So, or in this case, your negative. So to the first light, then the harness continues on, and to the other light. And that is it, guys. Switch to power, to relay, to power, to lights. Easy peasy. Alright guys, she's done. Very simple installation. Let's go over the wiring right fast. Simple switch. Just got it routed, this, that, and the other. Just got it routed, this, that, and the other. Goes through the little well there. Nothing fancy, guys. I didn't take apart body panels and whatnot. That's ridiculous. Here's the setup on the battery. Just like we went over, from the switch, I tucked the relay. Wait, let me get right here and show you what I did. Everything's tucked in and zip tied. See that? I didn't screw anything in anything, nothing. So the relay is just floating in there, tucked down, out of the way. Positive, positive, right? That's to say positive from switch and positive from relay. I grounded the relay, let's see, here. Grounded the relay there, and that's an existing ground on the truck already. Zip tied all the slack, it's under the bumper there. Long story short, there's the finished product. You essentially just have two wires visible. Look at it from the front, nothing. Pretty dang clean, guys. Of course, the best part of installing new electronics is removing that film. Cell phones, TVs, laptops are good too, right? Oh yeah. There you go, man. Yeah. Oh. Y'all want to see if the damn things come on? Well, one thing's for sure, they work. Yeah. Dude, those things are insanely bright. Like, when you look at them head on, it blinds you, man. Golly. Look at that. Alright, so, we will be back when the sun goes down, and we'll check them out what the light spread looks like on the road.
8 hours later.
Alright, so here it is with just regular headlights and fog lights on. We'll come up here by the trees and see what the difference is like. Brought the little Allen wrench too to make our adjustments accordingly. Let's see. There's our new little switch here. There we go. Well.
What's cutting down was that? Cool.
That's a pretty crazy difference. Let's go see what it looks like. Brought Booger with us too, just in case. You getting out, Booger? Well, it definitely looks like daylight by comparison. That is crazy. Dude, it's nuts how bright these lights are. That's crazy. There you go, folks. That's the ZMoon 7-inch LED driving lights. Well, hey guys, smash a like button if you guys enjoy this kind of content. Be sure to check out ZMoon store on Amazon. Also, I will put a link in the description to this set of lights in particular, if you guys are interested in this set. But yeah, check them out. Drop a comment down below if you guys would like to see some more stuff like this in the future, and maybe we'll see about reviewing some more ZMoon products in the near future. But anyways, guys, as always, this has been me, that has been you. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's been HalfClickUp. I'm out of here. Peace and goodbye.